Okay, so you probably tried journaling before, but it's never really worked. But why journal in the first place? Like, do you ever feel like you've got no plan, got no sense of security with trying to achieve something, even like just assessing your goals? You feel like you lose track of what you're trying to achieve. So, how do you solve this? By journaling, obviously. But how then do you journal? So, there's like a condensed way of journaling that uh, I have like kind of curated. I've cut out all the bullshit, and this is pretty much what's left. What I think is worth journaling about. Number one is to just word vomit. So you just talk about anything, like, oh, I stubbed my toe, oh, I stepped on a bee, yeah. And this is just your everyday, like just journal about everything that anything that you want to journal about essentially. There's this saying that goes, a piece of paper does not lose its patience, whereas people will. So if you try to go to your journal instead of like going to people constantly and constantly wearing them out, tearing them down with your ideas of nihilism or good ideas where you think that you're the man, um, or just any idea at all that could possibly wear someone out, then definitely take this to your journal and just write it down, just so you have something to talk to, especially if you're like me who would actually prefer to be alone in a room. I mean, I like people, but I'm also very introverted, and I can't always talk about my problems to other people, because those people get worn down. Number two, gratitude journaling. So gratitude journaling I like to do early in the morning, so it sets your day up for kind of niceness, you know? Everything is nice, everything is fine and dandy. I am grateful about many things that makes you grateful about the next few things you're going to go through in your day. So it's like, for example, just an example, I'm grateful for this cup. I'm grateful for this pen as well. I'm grateful that I have a light that I can actually shine a light on my face. But yeah, and practicing gratuity in that way definitely leads to a certain, what do you call this? Definitely leads to a certain aura. It kind of like builds this aura, and the more you do it, after a few days, after a few weeks, then you kind of get rid of a bit of that nihilism that you're probably already feeling. Well, I mean, it's probably why you're looking up journaling in the first place. But yeah, um, another one that I like to do is to review the day. I got this one from that Marcus Aurelius dude. He's a triple OG. So he basically talks about um, w- you have to kind of review the day, see what you like, see what you didn't, and it kind of motivates you to change things more. But so there's this Jordan Peterson even talks about this at probably at great lengths. I don't know, but he says observe yourself for a week kind of thing, and think that you are somebody that you don't know, and you'll see some habits that you do every day that you don't know where it comes from, but it keeps persisting. How do you actually do that? Well, I think a really good way of doing it is by reviewing your day, the day that you just had. Number four is like planning. I like to plan my goals, plan, for example, what I'm gonna do within the week, how many videos I'm going to record, um, if I'm gonna clean my room during that week, or if I'm gonna clean it during the day. Um, and number five, more word vomit. You can't get enough of this. See, there's this kind of thing. There's this freeing effect when you free your mind on paper and you get rid of your thoughts, kind of like meditation, but instead you're doing it on paper. You're spewing it on paper. So I like to word vomit pretty much any time of the day. It just depends on you whenever you would like to do that, but I just like to talk about a lot of things. I'll give you an example here. The human mind. This is just me trying to be fancy as well. It is not encumbered by distractions. It is almost more amazing than anything created by man. We literally have the ability and can have the choice of looking after ourselves if we stop denying our primal, single most important instructions for ourselves, basically coded in our DNA, passed on to us by God. Yeah. So, yeah, word vomit. Gratitude, do it in the morning because it sets your day up. Review the day, that obviously you do that at the end of the night, and then you plan for the next day at the end of the night as well.